that problem we have in this system. We have many problems that lie on interpretation section, because especially our community, I'm talking about my community today, they don't, some of people even they don't know English, most of them they don't know English at all. And it's not only they're having a transportation, we have many issues. For example, we have welfare. They don't know how to express their rights, how to explain to people what they need. And if somebody tells you something to do it, they don't understand. And we need, if possible, some of our people are growing day by day. Our population here in Western, most people, every day the new people coming in, and some they leave because of the lack of, they don't get good service. If they go to the welfare, they cannot express what they need. They cannot say we need this and we need this. They cannot understand. They say, okay, you need this on the right paper. Some people they don't return the paper that has been given to them because they don't know what's contained that paper is. If they say we need appropriate income, they cannot even know. They just trash. They cannot understand. And also the schools, most of these they have kids. They have 2, 3, 4 kids. Some have 6. If they go to school, they carrying the bags, go to school, coming home, just to drop the bags. Tomorrow morning, same stuff. They're going back to school. The parents they don't understand what's going on in the school, and if the parents go to school, they cannot communicate the principal of the teachers because they don't understand each other. And the kids, they only tell the parent what they need, but they don't tell what they did. That's the most important things. And as a community, we need at least 1 or 2, at least to cover that problems, to go around the schools and to help people. And also, that's the most important thing. Another issue, as we
say, take one at a time. So,
yes.
We generally can help if there's a specific school issue. The challenge is that right now in our schools, there's 100. Our students speak 101 different languages, our families, right? So the challenge for the schools is it's not possible to have 100 translators available to do that translation. So I'm not saying it's not a valid question. I'm just trying to be honest that the schools are saying we can't hire 100 people to do this translation. So part of the challenge is if you have specific challenges with a student or with a school, we'd be happy to follow up with that. For example, like at the New Citizen Center, I believe there's someone who speaks Swahili at the New Citizen Center, right? Go ahead.
But that's only just one school.
Right.
And that's only for ESL classes. It's not the regular school. They don't have any translators in any public school. Parents are having the frustration that I've come to be aware of is that they don't speak English, and the children have come here and they've learned the language. Yeah. They can speak the language. The issues we are having between parents and children is that around the behavior issues, that the kids have picked up the American ways and parents are still into the African way, and they don't, the rules are still different, so hard for them to manage. But the schools don't have interpretation, and there's no relationship between parents and school because they can't communicate the language. And schools have not provided interpreters to help with the parents to understand the school system. There's only New Citizen School, which is just for the ESL. It's not a regular school. Kids are in all schools, and there's no interpreter there. They have not managed to do that. That would be helpful if they can find a system that they can find interpretation for the parents. Okay, in public school, Worcester Public School should have an interpretation for either Swahili or Somali, to help parents understand the school system.
Well, I know for some circumstances they do have, for special education purposes, they do provide translations. They're required to do that. But for regular education, we can certainly communicate with them to see if there's someone that might be able to assist with that. But it wouldn't be possible for there to be one person in every school that speaks Swahili. Like, for example, we have 40% of our kids are Latino, and actually only about 2/3 of our school have staffs that speak Spanish. So, and that's when we have thousands of children. So certainly we can see about if there's ability for them to have someone who might be as a communication person for the Somali or the Burundian community.
Yeah, we're just advocating. It's a
Right.
start. This is a growing population in Worcester, and they need at least to be ways that they need to start acknowledging that these people are here. They need our help. They need to understand the language, policies, and everything else. There has to be a way that you put policy in place to put in a different language to serve these people.
And that's, I agree with that conceptually. I guess I agree with that. I'm just trying to say on a practical level, when you have 101 languages spoken, so it's in a very difficult economic time. TCF, for example, has gotten cuts. We've gotten lots of cuts. To have 101 translatable people available on short notice to be translators would be challenging. We certainly can try, but I guess the question is, how do we meet? It's not just, I'm sure this is a problem for other communities as well. I just don't know how practically, for example, when you know there's a specific circumstance, like a special education where they need to translate documents, I think actually you've done some of that work, right, for a special education. But you're talking about just for a day-to-day interactions at the school. I mean, for example, they might be at 10 different schools. Does that mean we would have 10 different people, a person in each school who would speak Somali? I don't know.
No, it's not.
And I don't mean that. That's start because it's a lot of schools in this town, and they don't mean that every school is supposed to be a person, but at least, you know, 2 or 3 people, and those people they are not that money to go all the schools. But I mean, we need 3 or 2 people that stands. If they have an appointment or certain schools, they have their number from the schools to call the person, make an appointment, say, hey, we need you tomorrow or day after tomorrow, so that they can go around all schools, 2, 3 people. At least we have solved half of our problems compared to our population. But we can't say that we can have